Disclaimer time, none of the pictures here belong to me. Touhou belongs to Zoo. Any pictures or videos used here all belong to their respective owner. Just in case someone says that I own these, I do not. I definitely do not have the skills nor the patience to make them. So there you go, just to be on the safe side. Without further ado, let's begin! From rock bands to Vocaloids and even World War II. What do they have in common? Aside from being unusual, they're facts that I find interesting. Magi here, and welcome back to the series where I talk about facts about Touhou that are fun, strange, or just simply interesting. So without further ado, let's begin the interesting Touhou facts number 4. Number 5. Rumia, our resident yokai of darkness. You'd think having the power of darkness would make you a final or even an extra stage boss. But nope. Zune was just trolling with her and decided to make her the first boss in EOSD. Regardless of that, let's discuss the fact about Rumia. She's known for the memorial first-to-use spell card system in shooting games. Well, at the very least, first did come in handy as you now have that title in possession. Number 4. Would you believe me if I tell you Gensokyo had its own punk rock band? No, really, I ain't making this shit up. I had to double check just to make sure. But yeah, the band is called Choju Gikaku. That was incredibly hard to say, and I definitely got that wrong. The band is made up of 2 people, Mystia, who is on guitar, and Kyoko, who is on vocals. They tend to hold night concerts on the road between the human village and the Hakare shrine. The concert seems to gather an impressive crowd of excited fairies and disaffected yokais. How they learned to punk rock, we don't really know, but we can assume information about it crosses to Gensokyo from the outside world. Aya finds their concert just to be noisy. Aku is actually a fan of it and has attended at least one of their concerts. And Byakuren doesn't like it and disapproves of it. At least their band has gained attention, both good and bad anyway. Number 3. If you played Touhou 10.5 or 12.3 and played Raisin, you might have noticed something. If you look at all of her alternate color palettes, you might have noticed something. They look like Vocaloids. From left to right, they are Hatsune Miku, Rin and Len Kagemai, Luca Megurine, Maiko, Kaito, Kakupo Kami, and Gumi. Now I don't know much about the Vocaloids and had to research each character to know what they look like, but I gotta admit, it was pretty cool of Twilight Frontier to pay an homage to the Vocaloid crew. Maybe Raisin might get even her own concert in the future. I mean, she's become a playable character in Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom, so anything is possible at this point. Number 2. In Phantasmagoria of Flower View, for those who don't know, was an incident when the flowers were blooming unnaturally. Too much flowers were blooming, even ones not of the season, so the girls all go to check it out for their own reasons. To cut it short, the reason the flowers were blooming a lot was because a lot of ghosts were waiting to cross over to Keegan. There was actually another incident like this 60 years ago, which would have made it 1945 since the game came out in 2005. For those who don't know, that was the year when World War II ended. Given the events that happened prior to the previous flower incident, it's clear to see why they also had a huge surge of flowers blooming as well. Needless to say, I was not expecting a World War II reference in Touhou. That's for sure. Number 1. Our resident monk, Byakuren Hijiri, wasn't as selfless as she was in the past. Let me give you a breakdown of Byakuren. She had a younger brother named Mayurin, who unfortunately died, and this triggered her fear of death. She wanted to find a way to maintain her youth, and she did so, but the way she attained it wasn't from the Buddhist art, but a kind of black magic. After the transformation from human to magician, she feared losing her powers, and with the way Gensokyo worked, she could easily lose them if humanity rejected it as a whole. In order to keep her power, she decided to honor and protect yokai so that she may maintain them for much longer. While doing so, she made herself look like a great yokai exterminator. But after some time, she realized the struggles the yokais were having in the outside world. So instead of protecting them just to maintain her powers, she began to treat yokais as beings that actually needed her help. Sadly, her wanting to help yokai was the very reason she was sealed by humans to mankind. And from that, we had a crew of yokai dedicated in freeing Byakuren and another game as well. So not the worst thing to happen. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Which facts interested you the most? Did Mystia's and Kyoko's punk rock band make you want to jam? Did Raisin's Vocaloid color palettes want you to watch some MMDs now? Or did the World War II reference in Phantasmagoria surprise you knowing that Komachi was still slacking during that time? Either way, this is Magi and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.